Hit the Target podcast.
And just like that, the 2023-24 PSL season draws to an end. I'm your host, Yashwan, and with me in studio today are African football experts Keba Motogai and Mokale Sateche. This is Hit the Target, powered by Hollywood Bets.
Thank you so much, Deshi, for welcoming me. Good day to our fans.
Thank you very much for having me, Desh. And hello to you too, Mokale.
Hello to you too, bro.
Gents, we've got an absolute cracker of a weekend to unpack. South Africa's top three are in some mouth-watering fixtures. Let's start at the top. Mamelodi Sundowns are away to Stellenbosch. Of course, it's first versus second. Mo, take it away.
Okay, what a tight game. What a very important game, I can say, for Stellenbosch FC, because they are looking at gunning for position 2 and, qualifying for inter-African continental football. So for them, it's a do-or-die game, whereas Sundowns has got nothing to lose, but in their mindset, they want to hit the tally points in terms of the league, which is maybe 70-71.
Yeah, I think the last time I checked, I think Sundowns on 69 points, if I'm not mistaken, and if they win their remaining 3 fixtures, it'll take them up to an astounding 78 points.
Yes.
First and foremost, it's the team of the season, Stellenbosch. Coach of the season, Gavin Barker. I just keep forgetting his name.
Barker.
Steve Barker. I'm mentioning Gavin Barker for the director. But Stellenbosch have been fun to watch. Well drilled. They deserve to be where they are. And it's going to be an engrossing match because it's one of those where Pirates is going to be watching, very interested in the game because they're the ones who decided to drop points against Richards Bay. And Mamelodi Sundowns, 78 points. They've made it very clear that in order to win the league now, you need to be getting between 65 to 75 points to win the league. Yeah. And as building on Mohale's point, unbeaten. There's never been... There's only been one unbeaten season in South African football history since the NSL was formed in 85. It was in the second division, 97-98, when Seven Stars finished second to Santos. But it's the only time it's ever happened.
The stat man is coming through over here.
No. The thing is because I've seen this before and it's incredible.
Of course, you said something that caught my attention. Stellenbosch deserved to be where they are. Currently, I said that they are second, separated by just a single point to Orlando Pirates. Does this mean Stellenbosch are better than the rest?
There's the thing about marathons, the league is a marathon, and a marathon never lies. They have played very, very good football. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to annoy Orlando Pirates fans at home. I think Pirates would rather play Sundowns in the final of the Nedbank Cup than Stellenbosch because they are well drilled. They are properly drilled. They play precise football. And I think with a deeper squad, you don't know what they might achieve next season. I know they're going to be in Africa, which is going to be another story altogether. But considering their ownership, who runs them, the professionalism of the setup, they've got a high ceiling. Stellenbosch has got a high ceiling.
Of course, it's a very well-run club.
Yes.
Let's talk about Stellenbosch's previous result. Now, Mo, I know that you have a keen interest in Morocco Swallows. Of course, they hit Stellenbosch 2-0 last time out. What did you make about that performance?
Look, Stellenbosch gave it their all, but this is the problem with football. When you are playing relegation threatened teams towards the end of the league, it becomes challenging, man. It becomes a mess for a team that wants to reach greater heights. For instance, now their last 2 games is Sundowns and Richards Bay, if I'm not mistaken. So if you look into their performance against Swallows, they gave it their all, but Swallows wanted it more because they wanted to save their skin. Same way as they are going to play with Richards Bay, it will be, look, they've played bigger teams, they've collected points from Pirates, they've collected points from SuperSport and so forth, but this will be like a do-or-die game for them because Richards Bay is not, and Sundowns is not going to pamper them and say, you're Stellenbosch, you've been doing well and so forth. At the end of the day, we know they play fast-paced football, they play good football, they can score. But what these teams have mastered is that teams that come at them, they give them a chance to do that. And that 10 minutes, when those teams that come at them start to relax.
And switch off, just takes a second.
their chance. You get my point? That's how Richards Bay scored against Pirates on Saturday.
Yeah.
5 minutes of Pirates just being
Snoozing.
sleepy.
Yeah.
One. Then halftime is here. The second 45 minutes, boys, we play deep end, we defend. We just chase the ball away into their half, and then we make sure we keep our line of defense, and we collect maximum points.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate for Stellenbosch. They want to go to Africa, but their last 2 games, I don't know. Same as Pirates.
Yeah, you make a very good point, because the last time these two clubs met was in the Nedbank Cup semi-final not so long ago, where the scoreline was obviously 2-1 in favor of Sundowns, but it was Stellenbosch who scored in the final 10 minutes. Can you see something like that happening in this one?
Look, I see something like that happening, but look, with Sundowns, like I said, you're playing a very dangerous team. It has won the league, but players who stand a chance of winning the Leslie Manyatela Golden Boot, and also a chance of Sundowns winning the league with tally points, 78 or something. So you're playing a Sundowns that is not satisfied with where they are at the present moment. They still want more. Whether they've won the league or whatever, they still want more for certain players in their team. Ribeiro has got a chance maybe of scoring a hat-trick or 2 goals in the last two
three games of the season.
Yes, you get my point.
He's got a maximum of 3 games to play.
Exactly, so that he can be the top leading goal scorer and topple Mabasa for Orlando Pirates. So it's not gonna be easy for Stellenbosch.
Yeah, another man that's in the race for that Golden Boot is Ikram Reyners. The man has been called up by Hugo Bruce to the national team setup. Can you see him doing something in this fixture?
A fun fact with just going back to Ikram Reyners. Remember when we went to watch Bafana and Kosafa Cup last year? We were like, okay, this man,
he's got something.
There was something that was already building back then, and he used that as a springboard to where he is right now. How old is he now? I just had
I think he's mid-20s, if I'm not mistaken.
Mid-20s. The sky is the limit for him, and who knows? He might be an opportunity to punish his future employers. And man, look, like I said, going back to their style of play, they're going to ask questions of Rolando Mokwena's team. And that's what I'm looking forward to. You've got nothing to lose. You've got nothing to lose. Pirates is breathing down your neck. Yeah.
But the amounts of players that have left Stellenbosch in recent history, for them to still come and exchange blows with some of the best of the best. I mean, the likes of Mendieta went to Sundowns. There's the player Oxum Tetor went from Stellies to Chiefs. There's also Dupreez.
Yeah,
he was the top scorer as well. Stellenbosch to Chiefs. How do they keep churning these squads?
We've mentioned how professional the setup is in Stellenbosch. And I need to make a point. This is probably an important development in football in the Cape, because we grew up knowing the Cape producing strong teams that the people can get behind. And I hope Stellenbosch does not give away that, it does not become like an Ajax to the rest of Europe, just giving away players, because it will hurt you eventually. So they must be smart with who they let go and obviously they've got great recruitment. And like I said, next season, because they're serious about Champions League football or CAF, they're going to Africa. So I'm thinking the ownership or the management will be like, we need to reinforce. If they lose an Ikram Reyners, they're going to have to reinforce properly. Just so that they can sustain a league and African campaign, because I think only Sundowns...
You want to compete on both fronts,
because Sundowns is the only... I was arguing with Makhale before the show. I was saying Sundowns is the only team capable of maintaining a league as well as African campaign.
And they've done it. Season in, season out. Yeah, of course.
It would be historic if Stellenbosch goes far in Africa and then does well in the league again.
Yeah, of course. Sundowns are being one of the most well-stacked clubs in the land. But with the Nedbank Cup final on the horizon for them, can you see maybe the likes of Shalulile playing a bit more, or one of the other strikers I saw in Koo came on for a cameo appearance last time out?
Look, to come to my surprise, after Sundowns defeated Stellenbosch 2-1, and after they were declared the league champions the night they played Chiefs, I thought like your best Sundowns 11 will be rested. It was not the case. Rolando Mokoena still continue with his strong defense. his goalkeeper, his midfield, and everything. He's preparing for Pirates. You get my point?
Yeah.
So he doesn't want... we are thinking that resting a player will help a player to gain more strength. The player is worn out. They need to kind of, rest and so forth. Rulani doesn't think that way. He's building towards...
Rhythm.
The rhythm, he's keeping the rhythm of the team in terms of the team winning important games and making sure that they silverware in the cabinet and at the end of the season. Look, Shadule is coming back. Scored goals already. The past 4 games, I think he scored 3 goals. Shasha.
Yeah,
he's back.
The man is back.
Shakira is back. So, I'm
Kangaroos,
very much happy because the man is scoring goals now. So, but with Sundowns, man, I don't know, bruh. And you have like plenty of squad as a Sundowns coach with every player itching to get onto the field. Rulan is quite blessed. He's a man with potential squad, and all the players, when they are given a chance, they take it. Unlike Pirates, when other players are given a chance, you see that
you need more chances.
This man must be played 100 games before he can pick up the rhythm of Orlando Pirates. So at Sundowns, it's very different. You put Lisibangu in, he makes sure. Did you see a Scotcher, the screamer that he scored?
Yeah, the rocket. Yeah, it was perfection. Actually, it was a strike of European quality.
Yes, so that's something that you have in Sundowns players that you don't find in any other teams like Pirates and Chiefs. Sundowns and Stellenbosch, their players have that thing, man, of hunger, and it's like they are possessed with being successful and everything.
Yeah, Chance, I'm sure we could go on for days discussing this tie, but let's put it to bed. Which way can you see this one going?
Sundowns 2-0.
Sundowns 3-0.
I see. So both analysts saying Sundowns taking the victory. Yeah. All right, let's move things along. Pirates are away to TS Galaxy. Now, Orlando Pirates recently were defeated on home soil to a relegation-threatened Richards Bay side. The thoughts on the morale in the camp there?
They were the hottest team in the league at the time. They were the most informed team, and the result is so unnecessary. And I know Pirates fans are annoyed because this was their one chance to put that Champions League football berth to bed. Now they have to wait 2 more rounds of that. And I think, they'll be angry. Yeah. They'll be angry. The Rockets are safe for a change. And I think, but the fact that it's in Mpumalanga, it's in Mpumalanga, people are going to come out. It's a Saturday kickoff, right?
3 p.m. if I'm not mistaken.
People are going to come out. They want to see their Pirates team, and it's going to be a great vibe. And it's also an opportunity to get a feel of the stadium 2 weeks before. These things do count. Get a feel of the stadium of Mbombela 2 weeks before the final against Sundowns who are arming themselves. So I am looking forward to a bounce back result against a good team.
Yeah, of course. Keba mentioned that they were the team coming in. Of course, they won a 20-long game streak where they were fighting the back of the nets, and then it ended to Richards Bay. I mean, it was shocking.
Again, very sad for Orlando Pirates faithfuls after Pirates lost to Richards Bay.
Yeah. We
can see how many times Pirates attempted to equalize in that game or try to win the game, but it is not their day at the end of the day. And you simply have to just recognize or just try to discover what went wrong in that particular game.
Yeah.
You can see when Pirates is playing at the present moment without talent Mbata.
Yeah.
That they recently got from SuperSport on loan, and Makaula. You can see that it's not happening. Nothing is happening. Everything is boring. The team doesn't have rhythm. Maswanganyi has to do everything alone at the end of the day. Relebule Mofokeng was so much quiet over the weekend, and Mabasa didn't get a lot of chances that he's quite used to getting because Maswanganyi had to go deep, fetch the balls. Because why? You have Philip Ndondo. Every ball he gets, back pass.
Yeah.
And he's playing with Tim. And why? Because Tim is not Tim is your player to be there to
honestly win the ball,
control.
Win the ball back, retain possession, complete some passes, and spread the play a little bit.
But there was no one like talent. If you
to
can
progress
see
the ball and
talent plays in such a way that he takes the ball from the deep end goes straight to Mabasa and Maswanganyi, goes into the 16 area. He can even score. But with Ndlondlo, when he plays, out of 150 passes from him, I can tell you, 149 passes, back passes.
Yeah, imagine that. I want to touch on a player that you mentioned twice now, Mabasa. The man has been a reliable source of goals throughout the season. Firstly, when he was at Swallows, and then when he went to Orlando Pirates. Of course, he was alone with Swallows. Since he's come back, he has found the back of the net regularly. However, he was omitted from the squad. What does he have to do to get back?
Look, for me, there are two players that I love in my life. And when it comes to doing their job and saying nothing to the media. Firstly, Rafael Varane from Manchester United and Cheofajo Mabasa. When you speak ill of Varane, he doesn't go on a Twitter page and rant and say, no, I've done this and that. He just keeps quiet and do what he has to do. Cheofajo Mabasa, this and that over social media. Where have you picked up a post where that man replied to any tweet or Facebook post about him or anything? Even when he was at Swallows, Pirates fans were like, bring back Mabasa. The man just waits for his turn. He just keeps quiet, waits for his turn. When he gets it and he uses it, they will kill you silently with their success. They don't protect themselves. They are footballers. They know what is their job and what is their career. Their job is to play football and deliver on the field of play. And believe me, Cheofajo Mabasa is going to keep on doing great wonders for Pirates up until Hugo Bruce swallows his pride and call him to the national team.
In his church, let us say amen. Amen.
Because, one man that also has got a lot of attention of late is the youngster, Mofo King. He's got awarded his first call-up, I believe, is in the squad. Can you see him maybe turning things around in this game and getting the 3 points to Ribeiro?
He has got the energy of a youngster. They'll just keep going. He'll try Garnacho of Pirates. He'll just keep coming at you. And this is the game where he's going to get his bounce back. And the fact that he's now part of the national setup, playing Nigeria, because remember, that's an opportunity to be seen. Because not so many people are going to watch the game. He's going to be fired up, and I think he's going to bounce back. You don't even need to ask.
Of course. There's also the recent video that has dropped on social media. A lot of negativity around the Orlando Pirates camp. Can you see maybe that destabilizing their mission here?
And the fact that it was the goalkeeper who was seen doing that, who has been a revelation, China. It could. Pirates had to get ahead of the story, but the fact of the matter is now there has to be an investigation because no footballer is allowed to make any bets anywhere on the planet, not even in the league, whether it doesn't matter what league it is. So I just hope he was joking. I hope it was just a joke, and they're going to put... It's going to be, I know how we need clicks. The media is going to play. And then, Balakal, it's Chiefs fans, Sundowns fans. They're going to antagonize Pirates fans by using that. So it's a nice little, secondary plot to what's going to, sorry about that. Oh, that's what's going to happen on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
It's very sad. First and foremost, when I saw that video going viral, I was like, who was the snake amongst all the players to post such kind of video? Because players joke about everything and so forth. They make fun of each other and everything. But for another player to go to such an extent and post something that is anti, for soccer players and so forth,
it's gonna cause trouble.
And put it on the social platforms. I mean, what are you aiming to achieve? Are you? This might be the last time whereby we see China in Pirates colors, by the way.
Of course.
As much as the
club has to take a standpoint.
Pirates is very much strict in terms of taking such kind of decisions. Tandani Chumayelo. Being on those drugs or something thing, Tandani Chumayelo, it was goodbye for him at Pirates for just doing that. So if China, this thing really gets out of hand, I understand Matandi Mudise, like Merafe at Pirates, the PR media person. I think she's very proactive and stuff. But when it comes to such kind of things, you are never let off the hook. Betting and being a current soccer player, they don't go along.
Yeah,
That's
of
why
course.
I say I hope he was just joking.
Yeah.
I hope it was just
Let's
joking.
hope it was just him having fun and being excited.
Because we make these jokes all the time. We make these jokes all the
If
time.
he took a bet,
That's another problem.
And by the way, if that is happening at Pirates, just think of how many players at Chiefs who have won Bedway.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, boy.
With that being said, let's wrap this one up. Which way can you see the 3 points going?
Pirates 2, Rockets 1.
Pirates more than 4.
Sure. Imagine that. Bounce back.
Galaxies at home in Mpumalanga, they are going to fight. You know, people raise their levels for Pirates, knowing that they've got that vulnerability about them that Sundowns doesn't have.
Yeah.
I think the Rockets are going to come. Norokovic is going to be a problem.
No matter how much you fight, when Maswanganyi mixed
Has the
with
ball, yeah.
Mbata and Makaula and Mofokeng and Mabasa up front, they will come at you up until you think
His
that
name like half the
Jesus
team.
must.
He's got money on this one too.
They will come straight at you up until you think that Jesus must come down to earth. They never stop.
Sure. All right. The final fixture that we're going to unpack sees Kaizer Chiefs hosting Polokwane City. I believe it's their final home league game of the season. And boy, oh boy, do they need the 3 points.
Chiefs need 3 points. I saw a very funny post on social media. It was the PSL log. And then I think it was up until number 7 or 8. And there was a hanger. They made a line, and there was a hanger next to top 8. You see a hanger that you used to. Then it was Kaizer Chiefs on that hanger, and they were just like, this is a top 8 between. This is the lifeline between top 8 and Kaizer Chiefs, and it's not funny if Chiefs doesn't play top 8 next season. I don't know what's gonna happen at Nature Arena, but
It's happened before.
But if that, I wish it happens that they end up top 8. You know what that means?
They're playing Sundowns
They
again.
will play Sundowns in the MTN.
This man.
Yes, you know what that means, right? Then we're going to have like very exciting games when the season starts in August.
Okay, well, the last fixture with Sundowns saw them win the DSTV Premiership and hit Kaizer Chiefs 4-5. I mean, I was chatting to a Sundowns fan, and he said that if they had started scoring earlier, it could have been 7, 8, 9.
At some point, it sort of looked like a training session.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I'm Chiefs fans to get beaten like that. I've seen Sundowns beat Pirates 6-0 before, but there was a bit of fight. There was something happening. So this has been a horror season. I think maybe they need to fall off that hanger into the last 8 because then maybe I've spoken. Everybody knows what I think of the Mutaung family's running of the club at the moment. They need to go and think their matters through this week, this off season. That why are we even here?
Yeah.
Why and how? And the fact that I'm gonna get ahead of you. Polokwane City is gonna beat them.
Yeah,
they're gonna beat them this weekend.
Oh, interesting. You know, since that Sundowns defeat, they have kind of string some results together, 2 draws. They have found the back of the net. Firstly, it was a 2-2 draw with TS Galaxy and then a 1-1 draw with Amazulu. Is that good enough?
You look.
He was ready.
You talk about draws, right? And in those draws, they should have lost. You know the past bets I took on Chiefs, it was not like over 1.5 or whatever, not other markets. Chiefs, straight red card. We do have that market in terms of betting, you are aware, right? Because Chiefs in the last 3-4 games, they got 2 straight red cards. So you understand when Chiefs is playing and you put your money on Chiefs, the chances are that they might not win the game because every referee in the PSL is checking them, how rough they are and everything. And the Chiefs, and you know what is the problem now? Their red cards are not... they are straight red cards because they commit professional tackles. For MC Mango. Yes, for a professional player like MC Mango,
last man.
not knowing that, okay, this guy is maybe 10 yards away from my goals, I can't touch him or anything. But you run back from the center half so that you can just go as a last man to tackle someone as the last man of defense, and in the first 20 minutes of the game, I don't know what is going on in your mind as a player. Maybe you don't respect the fans. Maybe you don't respect the jersey of the team that you're wearing. But players at Chiefs need to start thinking and doing things differently if they want to see Chiefs competing for the next upcoming season. I know I'm a Pirates fan, but Chiefs, they are our neighbors. And for Sundowns not to dominate PSL, you can only rely on a team like Chiefs when it has got a strong squad, and a Pirates that has a strong squad also. Yeah. At least you know these 4 games, counting your Stellenbosch and everything. Sundowns doesn't have straight 8 wins or straight 10 wins because there are 3-4 teams in the league that they can destabilize Sundowns. But at the present moment, Pirates and Stellenbosch, they've been fighting along.
Yeah, you mentioned it's time to think, but honestly, the time to think is over because they're in the final 2 games of the season, and at home to Polokwane City, who, let's be honest, was an NFD team last season, and then you had your way to Cape Town Spurs, who have already been relegated. Surely that's 6 points in the bag.
They can do better. It's two games which require 6 points. Yeah, they can do better. Chelsea is doing very much better now. With the last 5, Chelsea won the last 5 games. Are you aware? Now, Chelsea just won their last 5 games after performing so poorly in the EPL the entire season. So there is a point where, as players, you have to do some sort of self-introspection so that now your mind can come back to say, hey, Pella, this is a reality. We are going to end as number 10 of the log or in the log in this season. Yeah. And we are Kaizer Chiefs. Kaizer Chiefs can't be number 10 or number 9 in the PSL. It can't be. So these 2 games, the boys needs to show that they play for Kaizer Chiefs and so forth. Yeah,
Keba, there have been youngsters that have been promoted to the first team. One goes by the name of Lekazi. Kevin Johnson has said he will look to play him a bit more often. Is this the game for him?
I think he's actually well suited to managing the kids into the. So you might find that, remember, these kids have got a lot to prove. They might play for themselves because I need to prove to these fans that maybe I'm something to look forward to. Why not? If not, why not? The season has been so horrible. This is now year number 10 without a trophy. Try anything, bro. If you could get a traffic cone to play for Kaizer Chiefs, I'd put it there because that's how bad thing. I'm tired of making fun of them because this is not acceptable. As you say, as a Pirates fan, it's not on. You can't justify such mediocrity. So try anything because, like I said, I'm already worried that you're going to lose to Polokwane before we even get to the predictions. And you know how many? I think it's their last game of the season.
Last home game of the season.
Last home game of the season. Who's gonna come? Yeah. It's tradition that everybody comes to watch your final game at home. Who is going to subject themselves to this? So try them out. Why not? If not, then why not?
All right. The time has come for us to actually get those predictions. What's your scoreline?
Manchester United won. Polokwane City won. They're not going to lose. Maybe they're going to draw.
Look, for me, it's a double chance. But because I'm a good Samaritan and I've got a good heart, I really want to see Chiefs and Sundowns battling in the MTN 8. That will determine how the PSL season is going to be for next season. I'm thinking about the future, you see.
Bounce.
So if that happens, I would like at least Chiefs to collect maximum points on this one so that they can be in the league. So I'm giving them a double chance, a 2-1 win away or a 1-1 draw.
All right. Gents, it's been a pleasure unpacking all things PSL related to you. We'll have to wait and see how those predictions pan out. Until next weekend. Cheers.
Thanks for having us.
It's a Shubi.
Hit the Target Podcast.